Hello friends! Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The lighting is like being so weird. I think it's Facebook's fault. Because I've worn black shirts before. I don't know. So we're just gonna have to make do. But I'm excited for today's tutorial. I'm just gonna do something kind of like more on the simple side. More like my faves, my fave products. I'm gonna go ahead and pin the shopping link right there. And we'll get started. All right. So like I said, we're just gonna do kind of I named this tutorial a weekend makeup look just because it's simple. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah, should be good. All right, so for today's coverage, we're gonna use the liquid foundation, which I used the stick foundation yesterday, and I did the spray foundation before that. So if you want to see how to use either of those, be sure to watch that in the replay. You can see all of the stuff behind me. I'm actually going to be doing a gift guide, it's not really a tutorial, but more of just a gift guide try on. I don't really know what you'd call it, but I'm going to show you guys what my favorite things are to gift during the holiday season and what make really good gifts and affordable and all that. So make sure that you tune back in here in about 40 minutes. So within the hour, I'll be going live again to do that that live. It's not really a try on, but you get it. All right, so with the liquid foundation, I'm going to use the shade Lace today. Something super important to make sure that you're doing with this is to shake it up. So important because it has a tendency to separate as it's just like sitting there. So make sure to squeeze and shake up as you go. Yes, I actually have tutorials on how to use every single palette here on my Facebook page, or you can go to my looks tab, which if you go to Rhea Hope here on my page, right here, this will take you straight to my looks tab, and there you'll find all the tutorials I've ever done, and you can even search it for saying Rhea Hope Palette 3, and that tutorial and finished look will pop up. All right, so I'm just gonna throw this all on. I love how the Liquid Touch Foundation gives you a really buildable coverage, meaning it doesn't go on super full coverage like the stick or the spray. This one kind of goes on a little bit lighter and a little bit softer than those do. So if you aren't a huge fan of full coverage, or maybe you aren't sure if you want full coverage that day, that's how I get to. I like sometimes wearing full coverage, and then sometimes I just want it to even out my skin tone and hide any redness, kind of disguise any darkness, and be done with it. So the liquid is a really good option for that. So again, I'm wearing the shade Lace in the Liquid Touch Foundation. You always want to make sure you shake it up really well, squeeze that topper and shake up before going in with it. And then my favorite way to apply it is first going in with my powder concealer brush. This is my favorite way because the brush is flexible, but it's not so soft that it absorbs all of your makeup. It just kind of disperses it really quickly and fast and easy. So really love the powder concealer brush for doing the liquid. I also really love that that comes with a dual side. So the other side is good for nose contour, good for eyeshadow, good for concealer. You can use this so many different ways. So love the two, the two different sides there. So my other favorite way to apply the liquid, as well as pretty much every other foundation, I'm just going to take a little bit more, just did one drop of this on top of my hand. Now I'm going to go in with my blending buds. So these blending buds from Younique are hands down one of my absolute favorites because they're a little bit more dense than your everyday beauty blender, but they really kind of, they're like that shoe that fits perfectly after you use it a few times or wear it a few times. It kind of morphs to your preference. It's incredible. So I always will get these damp, so wring them underneath the water until no water falls from them, then they're ready to use. But these are the best at applying your makeup to be more full coverage and more softer on your skin. So if you have large pores, a lot of fine lines or wrinkles, this is what you're going to want to apply your foundation with. I'm telling you, it applies it like a dream, you guys. Super, super smooth. So again, fine lines, large pores, these blending buds, they're different from like your everyday blending bud. They're made from almost like a wetsuit material. They're amazing. I cannot stress enough how important they are. Yeah, they're not that big. I mean, my hand. I saw another question up here. The palettes, yes, we will be launching like a new palette every year going forward. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. I have a feeling it probably will be part of the Black Friday bundles, which if you're unfamiliar with how Younique runs, I've been with this company for going on 5 years in February. And for the Black Friday, they do the same similar feel every year. They do 10 days of bundles. This year, instead of doing them 10 days back to back, they're actually spreading them out between the weeks, which I love because back to back to back it's a little stressful. So this year they're launching a new bundle every Monday, starting on the 1st, I believe. But they're also including 2 bundles, kind of like surprising us throughout that time as well. So our Black Friday starts really soon. So I cannot wait. Like I said, the Black Friday bundles are going to be different. They're all usually under $100. Actually, they're usually under like $90. And they're always different. They're rarely customizable. They're usually new products or limited edition products. And they usually always sell out within a few hours. So if you aren't in my text subscribe service, you need to be before Black Friday begins, which again is around the 1st. So to join, you're going to text Rhea Hope to the phone number. I'm typing it out so you can see it in the comments. 25456. Oops. 25456. So you're going to text Rhea Hope to that number, and then every bundle I'll be telling you guys beforehand. So I actually get to know some of them first, so make sure that you are in my text subscribe. I use a concealer all over my face. Yes, love that coverage. Got the new concealer. So many don't work for me. This one rocks. Oh, I love it. Did the new concealer. I've missed you seeing live. Aw, thanks for being here, Penny. Yay, catch you live. Okay, cool. So I think I caught up on most of the questions. I'm sorry I kind of breezed through my concealer portion of that, but I used the brand new concealer in the shade Organza for my under eye, and you can see how gorgeous. Let me get the light to be better for you guys. The lighting is being so weird today. Kind of blowing me out, but you guys can kind of see how incredible this coverage is. Come on, light. Work with me here. Oops. There's the wall. Here's my face. Come on. There we go. All right, here I am. So you can see how gorgeous that really flawless coverage is. It completely hides your dark circles, completely hides any discoloration, and gives you a really wonderful firming effect. There's actually caffeine infused in our concealer, so that gives you like an instant eye lift. It is so, so good. I'm wearing the shade Organza in the concealer, and as you see, I take it in like a triangle and then just blend that out using the smaller of the blending buds, which when you buy them, you get both, the large and the small, so it's perfect. All right, so for setting, I'm going to use my blending bud from Ulta, and I'm going to take my setting spray and just mist that on there. And then now I'm going to take my Touch Behold translucent setting powder. This is going to be your best friend if you have oily skin, or you get a lot of fine lines or creasing, or have large pores. This is going to help to minimize those. It's also going to help to absorb any of that oil. So instead of the oil pushing against your foundation, making it look greasy or shiny or come off altogether, it's going to just absorb into the setting powder. So the technique I'm using is called baking, and it's just applying a lot of it. The other option that you can do is you can take like a brush similar to this, just a smaller tapered brush, scoop in or pat on top of the little mesh plate that typically comes in to grab that product, and then you'll just kind of tap it like that. So it's the same exact, you're going to get the same kind of benefit of it without feeling or looking dry or cakey or anything, because you have dry skin. So if you have dry skin, that's the option that you're going to want to do. So now I'm going to take my fan brush, sweep this away. So this also, in combination to absorbing any oil, is going to set that foundation in the concealer so nothing's going to move, but it also provides a more, drop my brush, more of a fuller coverage. So keep that in mind. Wet blending bud first. Yes, definitely helps a lot. Okay, perfect, Linda. I'll message you back today. All right, so forewarning though, it can be a little messy. All right, so another tip or trick that you can do is use a pressed powder to set everywhere else. I'm using an older one because my newer one is out. I need to buy another one. But if you are the shade the shade Taffeta, Satin, or above, there's a pressed powder shade for you. So just message me and I can give you a recommendation on what color you are. But the pressed powder is also going to do a similar thing that the setting powder does. It's just going to help to bump up the coverage, absorb any oil. But our pressed powders are so incredibly silky soft. So I love how they just kind of set the makeup and just kind of bump it up a little bit more. Okay, so now that you have your full foundation on, you're like set, you're good to go. Now we're gonna contour and highlight really briskly. Yes, make sure to comment color match in big capital letters in the comments if you need to be color matched. Powder doesn't settle my fine lines, no. Especially if you use it the way that I just recommended, if you have more dry skin, just to kind of dust it on ever so lightly. To dust the powder, this one is by a company called Stilazzi. It is a Highlight 509 brush. Happy Halloween. Do you pop off the mesh plate or cut it out? I popped mine off, but you can also cut it out. Whichever is easier for you. Where'd you get the big powder brush? Rebecca messaged me and I'll give you the link to it. All right, so now for contour, I'm going to use the same thing, the pressed powder, but this is in the shade Twill, which is obviously a few shades darker than me. And now I'm going to go from the top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth and then stop 2 finger lengths away. So you're just going to take it and just kind of swish back and forth. And then once you start to see a line form, stop. And then swirl over that to soften it up. Keep in mind also, light hands. The lighter you push, the lighter you're sweeping and swiping, the more natural and softer it's going to look. Also, swirl on the cap and tap off is also going to really help. And then same thing on the forehead. I always kind of like mark my temples and then I'll swirl just like this. And this is going to not only set that area, so if you weren't using a pressed powder, you just wanted to use a setting powder and then this will set everywhere else that you didn't use for the setting powder. All right, make sure I didn't miss any comments. But what makeup are you using? Chris, not dumb at all. It's right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. If you want to click there, that's where you can buy all of the makeup and the tools that I'm using. And then everything has a love a guarantee. So if you need to return anything for any reason, you can for your money back. And this month, it ends on the 31st. We're actually doing a 15 to 30% off sale right now. The more you buy, the more you save. And everything's included except for the new concealer and skincare. But everything else, you guys. So such a killer deal. That's my discount. So you're going to get my discount on the makeup until the 31st. So like I've been telling you guys all month, if you've been waiting and wanting to try the makeup but just are waiting for like the best deal or the best pricing, now's that time, you guys. I'm not exaggerating. You will not see anything this inexpensive on our website again. Excuse me. Eyelid in the liquid foundation is too dark for me. What shade would you recommend? I would go down to the shade Lace for you. Color match. Perfect. Ginger will message you. All right, so now for blush, I'm going to use one of my favorite blush colors. This is the shade Sisterly. It is one of the most prettiest blush colors ever. Also has a really gorgeous sheen to it. So I'm going to smile and tap this on the apple of my cheek, working up to my hairline. Same thing over here. It's so pretty because it has this really soft blush color to it. Or flushed blush, whatever you want to call it. But it just gives your skin that like illumination. It is so pretty and so soft. It doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of blush. But it also gives you that really pretty glowy finish too. Love from South Carolina. You're so professional. Oh, thank you, Jody. I appreciate you. Thanks for the code with Banana White. Yay! Awesome. I'm so glad. You're so welcome. Perfect. Ginger will message you. Hi. Thank you guys for being here. And if you haven't done so, it really, really, really helps me out if you click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner, and or if you click the top right-hand corner, you see those 3 dots. You can turn those on. Click that and then turn on live notifications. All right, so now for highlight. I love a good highlight, even if it's the weekend. I'm going to do the Touch Limo Luminizer in the shade Pearly, and then I just dust this on the highest parts of my cheekbone, bridge and tip of my nose, and then Cupid's bow, just like that. And see how it really kind of makes those areas pop? Really, really pretty. And again, that was the shade Pearly. Yes, Tammy, here is the link coming at you. All right, there's the link. Thank you for sharing. Yes, I'll message you, Amy. I really like powder to do the contour. Yes, me too. I love powder for contour, especially the shade Twill, because it's a really warm shade without looking muddy or dirty, and there's no like shimmer or anything to it. It gives you just a really nice contour. If I use satin as liquid foundation, what would I use for stick or powder for contour? You'll want the shade Chenille in the stick or the shade Twill in the powder, Lynn. And yes, if you guys have messaged me before for a recommendation, make sure you're checking your requested folder, because sometimes that's where my message will go if we're like not technically friends on Facebook. Aw, thanks, Lindsay. You're so sweet. Yes, Pam will message you. Pearly is what? Is the Touch a la Mode Luminizer. So it's like the highlight I just used. Should you go on apples with the blush if you have high cheekbones? I actually have really high cheekbones, and I like the apple. So I go like a smile, and then where your apple is. You don't want to go too far into your nose, but I start here and then I'll take it up to here. And it's okay if things overlap. It just makes everything look even softer together. I've learned so many ways to do my makeup. Thanks, Shirley. Started following you. Okay, message, status. Message. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, guys. All right, so now for brows. I'm going to do the brow pencil in the shade Medium. And this is my favorite brow tool. One, because it's so dang easy to use. And it has a retractable tip, so you never have to worry about sharpening it. But the tip of it is so fine that you get these really nice hair-like strokes, so it looks really, really natural. So my kind of method of madness to doing my eyebrows is just to outline them and then color them in. So I just kind of treat it like a coloring book. Outline and then fill in. And if you ever feel like, oh gosh, I messed up or I went too dark or whatever, you can always flip that pencil around and grab the spoolie side and then kind of comb through. It's an easy way to make it look even softer and even more natural. When are the highlighters going to be back? The highlighters are still in stock in the powders. Order the Ledoux. Yay, I can't wait. You're going to love it. It's so good. All right, so now for the other brow. So again, look at the difference. Isn't that crazy? A little bit of brows make a difference. So tear duct straight up, and that's where you're going to like cap off the brows, where you're going to stop. And then start from the corner and then take it to the arch. Fling it through the tail. Same thing down here. Corner, take to the arch. And then I'll just kind of make sure everything looks really kind of put together. And then you color in. And then the spoolie side, I feel like really does kind of make the difference, because you're just going to brush that out and make it look really, really natural. Just like that. Pretend got the pencil. Yes. Oh my gosh. The brow pencil really does make a big difference. To me, it's like the easiest brow product I've ever used. No, the shade Surreal is very, very natural looking. It's almost like a dusty rose. It's even more subtle than the one I'm wearing. Aw, thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Yes, Karen, I will message you. All right, so something else that I recently grabbed. I'm not above using other products. I use what I love. I grabbed this brow tint. Message me and I give you the link to it. I'm going to try it. I've been wanting to try a brow tint. But I don't know if I like it. I don't know. No, I'm going to have to clean that area up. But brow tints are cool because they can make your brows look fuller. And they kind of lay down the brow hair, but I think I went too far with that one. Oh, there you are. All right, better. It did kind of make them look fuller, which is cool. You can get a brow tint anywhere. Walmart, Sephora, That one was from Ulta. You can message me, I'll give you a link to it. If you're wanting a brow tint, which I'm not sure you're going to after watching me butcher that. But I've been wanting to try it. It's been sitting on my desk for a hot minute. But I don't know if that will be a repeat thing. I have such long brow hair that I love to use products that kind of help to lay them down. Okay. I think I fixed it. Definitely made them look darker. All right. You like it? Okay. Nothing like being live and trying something new. Okay, dokie. So now let's do our eyes. I'm going to do a really easy eye look today. I'm like not really feeling eyeshadow. So first thing I'm going to do is go in with my eyeliner in the shade Pristine, which is one of my favorite eyeliners because it's just like a white, but it really makes your eyes pop. So if you have hooded eyes or smaller eyes, the white liner is a really good product to pick up because, like I said, it just gives your eyes this really pretty, like fresh, glowy look. So we're going to apply that on the top and the bottom of the waterline, so just that line right behind your eyelashes. We're going to put that on the top and the bottom. And our eyeliners are only $15. They're such a good deal. And then, like I said, that deal is still going on our website. If you buy 3 products, you get 15% off. If you buy 4 products, you get 20% off. If you buy 5 products, you get 25% off. And then if you buy 6 products, you get 30% off. Finally got you live. No, my eyebrows are not microbladed, but I use our Esteem Lash Serum, which is like a lash growth serum. I use it on my eyebrows every night. Do you tweeze or wax? I get mine waxed, like every 4 weeks. Liners are impossible to wash off. Okay, so now I'm using my Addiction Palette 6, which is also on that really awesome sale with the fluffy crease brush. And I'm just using the shade Enthralled, which is just this normal, like simple chocolate brown, just very easy color. And I'm just going to dust this into my crease, swirl on this outside corner, just to create a little bit of depth to my eye, nothing crazy. I am, however, going to make sure that I take it throughout the eye. So I'll kind of do rainbow, zigzag, swirl in this outside corner, and then kind of like press it throughout the eye. Because I don't want it to look like I started to do my eyes and then stopped. So I'll just kind of like tap that throughout it. And then I'm going to take my crease brush and the pressed eyeshadow in the shade Optimistic, which is one of my favorite colors because it's so illuminating, makes your eyes really, really pop. And I'm going to take that throughout the inner corner, kind of like on the side of your nose is where you're going to think. But I really love the crease brush for this because it's really dense, so you don't risk any fallout or anything. And that's it. Just super easy, subtle, soft. You can always keep your eyes open and then kind of bring that up onto the brow bone. That's a really good, easy trick to keep in mind if you have hooded eyes. Keep your eyes open. It'll force your hand to kind of push up further so you can actually see what's going on when you have your eyes open. Ordered this palette yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. It's the best palette, you guys, because it has like every color you can want. Shimmers, mattes, browns, golds, reds, pinks, whites. Like it's literally the palette. So if you've been looking for like one palette for everything, grab Addiction Palette 6, which is on my link right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Let's see. Also the lash serum on your eyebrows. Yeah, so I'll use the Esteem Lash Serum, which you guys is only $24. I use it on my eyelashes and then my eyebrows every single night. No, I haven't, Natalie, yet. I actually just recorded it yesterday, so it should go live, I think next week. So make sure that you are following my page here on Facebook. All right, I'm going to do my eyelashes, even though I usually set my makeup, but I just honestly forgot, but YOLO. So now we're going to use the the lash primer on our lashes. And this is a great product for making your lashes grow because it has, it gives so much hydration to your eyelashes, which can help to slow down the shed cycle, which just helps them look fuller, longer. And then now I'm going to go right in with my Twisted mascara. I don't really like to let the lash primer dry. I like it to be a little tacky. I feel like that you get the best results when it is a little bit wet still. So I'm going to go straight in with my Twisted mascara, which is amazing for lash growth as well because it has biotin, keratin, and argan oil infused in it. So you're helping your lashes grow while you're wearing it. So if you're using the Esteem Lash Serum at night, the Twisted mascara, and the lash primer during the day, your lashes are literally going to grow like weeds. Nope. Okay. Yes, Optimistic is back in stock. Aw, thank you. What shade of pressed powder do you use? I use the shade Satin today, but I can also use the shade Jacquard. That's still in stock. Yes, Optimistic is in stock. It's going to be under pressed eyeshadows, and I believe it's still on sale. Hello from the Deep South. Awesome. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of build up my lashes, which I love that the Twisted mascara is buildable. So I'll just kind of do a few coats of this. When you're done, your lashes are literally going to look like you're wearing fake lashes, which is such a plus. Yes. Oh, you got the Twisted mascara. It's so good. It's like hands down the best mascara I've ever used. Not just like with Younique, but like period. Best mascara ever. And half the reason is because of this little wand right here. I love that it comes with this little wand. Perfect for those hard to reach lashes. Or if your lashes aren't long yet, you're still in that growth period. This little wand is here to save the day. It is so dainty and perfect for those really hard to reach lashes like my inner corners I always struggled with. The bottom lash line I always struggled with. I love that it comes with that. All right, so now we're going to do our lips. I'm actually not going to use a Younique product for this. I'm going to use this Tarte lipstick. I heard really cool things about it, so we're going to give it a try. I'm using it in the shade Romantic. So we're going to line our lips with this first. And when I line my lips, I always see like where my lip color ends. Obviously I have foundation on my lips, so you can't really see it, but see where my lip kind of like forms like that right there? That's where you're gonna put your pencil. So you're gonna set it right there. And then you're going to make I like working small strokes. Okay, so now we've done that side, the other side. And then now I'll go back over it, but I'll go just a little bit higher. Just a tad. And then back down. Same thing, a little bit higher. And back down. Okay. Lining your lips is a really important step to your lip period, because it's going to really keep the lipstick in place, keep it from transferring or blending or bleeding out. It really does a lot. Now I'm going to take the other side of this product and we're going to fill in. I've never used this one before. First impression is it's really moisturizing, which I wasn't expecting. How's it gonna be matte? But the color's pretty. Just like simple. I like it. All right, so last thing to do is to set our makeup using our Touch Bold setting spray. So I make sure to set that really well, because that is going to be what is going to make your makeup look even more natural and soft on your skin. It's really going to keep everything in a place. I can't find my fan. It's going to keep your makeup in a place, and it's also going to... I bet Royce took it. She loves that dang fan. No idea where it is. But helps to really just prevent any transferring. Like I said, adds a little bit moisture into your foundation, making it look even more natural. So really, really important step to your makeup look. But that was the whole makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Not really doing anything to my hair today. I just kind of blow dried it with the Le Volume from Launch. And oops, and that is good enough for me. All right, sorry, I'm trying to fix the light. This live has been all over the place today. All right, there I am. Hello. Thank you. Awesome, Melanie. Thanks for being here. Yes, CBD does work. Absolutely. Love the double-ended. Yeah, it's kind of cool, huh? Aw, thank you. Thanks, Teresa. Message me for the lip product, or I'll link it, actually. I'll link it on my Like to Know It if you're not following me there. Is there a discount code if we're ordering the Addiction Palette for eyeshadow? Yes. No, there's no code. You don't need a code. You just have to add 2 other qualifying products into your cart to get 15% off. Otherwise, you'll get 20% off if you do 4 products and so on. It goes all the way up to 30 products. What would be a good shade for the color Sentimental? The shade Stately would be very similar to that. Yes, absolutely. I will go ahead and make sure to link my lips on my Like to Know It, which is right there. I just gave you guys the link. What color pressed powder would I use in the shade Lighter? So, Julie, you could possibly use the shade Camlet. Otherwise, I would do the setting powder, like in your T-zone, and then I would contour for the rest. Aw, thank you. Concealer, I'm using the shade Organza, and that is the Skin Solution Concealer, which is right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. I swear by that concealer. It really is incredible. Yes, these are my real lashes. Crazy, right? That's Twisted Mascara and Lash Primer. I'm telling you guys. It's like jackpot. Used the blush the other day. Do you remember the name of it? It was the shade Surreal was the blush, Nancy. It's like a dusty rose. It's really, really pretty. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm actually going to be live in about 10 minutes to do a whole gift guide haul. Things to ask your Secret Santa for, things to buy your Secret Santa, or if you have a daughter, a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, pretty much everybody in the fam. So make sure to tune back in about 20 minutes. I have everything out and ready to share with you guys, so I will be right back to do that tutorial or that try-on or whatever you want to call it here in a few minutes. No, I don't ever curl my lashes. I really think the Esteem Lash Serum really, really does help with that, like permanently curling it. So Esteem Lash Serum, Linda, which everything I just mentioned is available at RheaHopeBeauty.com. So make sure to check it out there. All right, guys, bye.